I'm back. I watched another movie, this time in theaters. This was Atsuko Hirayanagi's Oh Lucy, based on her own short. Her short from 2014 played in over 50 festivals, including the Sundance Film Festival and the Cannes Film Festival. And her feature film adaptation premiered during Critics Week at the Cannes Film Festival last year and played several festivals. I've decided, however, that it counts as a 2018 release because its generic theatrical release was in 2018, including in her native Japan. So I've decided it's a 2018 release. A couple of facts first. She wrote the screenplay, co-wrote the feature film screenplay with a man named Boris Fruman. It was shot by a woman named Paula Huidborough and edited by a woman named Kate Hickey. So a lot of women worked on this. The executive producers, I'm guessing because they saw it in a festival, were Will Ferrell and Adam McKay. They helped get it financed and put into theaters. It stars Shinobu Terajima as Setsuko Kawashima, also known as Lucy, a Tokyo office worker who is completely isolated from her family, probably a bit of a hoarder, and really not well liked and or liking her office situation. When her somewhat flighty niece calls and asks her to take over her English lessons, she decides to try it out. There she meets English teacher John, played by Josh Hartnett, who names her Lucy and gives her a gold wig and tries to teach her how to be American. She also meets another lonely Tokyoite named Tom, played by Koji Yakusho. However, when her niece leaves for America with John, the English teacher, she and her sister, played by Kahu Minami, decide to go off and find their niece slash daughter. They hunt John down in Los Angeles and then go on a road trip trying to find the niece. Also in there, out of nowhere, for a hot second, is Megan Mullally. She's quite good in like literally one scene. I really enjoyed the lead actress in this. She had such expressive eyes and was very funny, and yet in other moments very sad and heartbreaking. And the film itself is very much a dark comedy. In fact, it starts with a very shocking moment. I don't want to say what it was because I was like, what? And it really sets the tone for the entire rest of the film. And I think thematically what it's really addressing is the isolation and loneliness of advanced large population societies like Japan and really any city dweller who can get very isolated and very just disconnected from everybody and everything, and the importance of physical intimacy and how shocking that can be if you haven't had it in a long time, and how that can completely change your entire life, as it does for Setsuko, aka Lucy. I really enjoyed Josh Hartnett in this. He's a presence I've always liked. He's just always very affable. And in this, he kind of plays an arrested development bro who is also a professor, but is clearly has some boundary issues, and is probably why he has been fired from many a job. He, at one point, is dressed like a bro, like a California bro, and is driving down the road singing along to Vanessa Carlton's A Thousand Miles. And let me tell you, I howled. It was very funny. It's a cinematic highlight for the year for me, for sure. So if you like sort of off-kilter character study comedies of the very dark, mordant variety, then this is definitely a film you'll enjoy. I saw a child at this movie, and I can tell you I don't know that this is a film for children. I would say, like, if you're an adventurous, 12-year-old, maybe, but, like, this child was 8. This is definitely not a movie I would really think an 8-year-old could handle, both thematically and in terms of what happens in it. So I don't know how I don't tell people how to parent, but, like, a little shocked. There was also some really annoying people behind me that kept doing that thing I hate where they're every time something happened, they're like, "Oh, this happens," and I'm like, "Stop explaining the movie to each other." I hate that, and it almost always happens at the Midtown. Like, no, it doesn't happen every time I go to the Midtown, but the only times it happens is when I go to the Midtown, and I'm like, just you're not in your living room. Don't like if you didn't follow it, discuss it after the movie's over. I just hate that. Anyways, this is a great film. I really enjoyed it. It made me miss California, as any film set in California will. Beautiful moments, sad moments, tender moments, hilarious moments. Atsuko, here. Oh, I'm gonna mess up her name again. Atsuko Hirayanagi's Oh Lucy is in theaters now, and you can probably catch it on DVD soon. But see it in theaters if you can. It's always fun to see a movie like this with an audience and laugh with them. So I'm probably gonna watch a handful more movies because I may have been awake for 12 hours, but it's only 4:40, so I'm gonna keep watching too many movies and maybe eat some food. Have a good night, day, afternoon. I don't know what time it is.